Hey, I'm trying to learn acrylic painting, and this is the reference I chose. What was supposed to be a very relaxing and simple painting took tiny eternity and many identity crises. But we can say we learn from our mistakes. So let's dive into this chaos. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am trying to paint a flower painting against a very dark black background. So I'm starting this painting with a quick transition to the basic simple sketch of this flower, and this took me 20 minutes. I was pretty satisfied with this, but now as I am looking back, I am thinking if it was a little bit bigger, it would be easier to paint and it would be more vibrant. Anyways, I simply had no idea how and where to start this painting from, so I just went with black paint and just applied it using a bigger flat brush and covered the bigger areas. And while doing this, I was thinking how to get into the flower, but I simply had no clue. So I just went on and covered all the areas with bigger and then smaller and then relatively smaller brushes to cover bigger and then smaller areas. And I thought maybe once I'm done with this, I am gonna have a better vision of how to start the flower. Considering some of the paintings that I've made before this, I've never used this much of black paint, so it was also a new thing for me, and I've never tried painting something realistic as this one. So this is a fun activity. I am trying new stuff. Okay, this must be getting boring for you, so I'm simply gonna transition to covering all the areas with the black paint. There we go. Although I missed a spot, but I tried to paint all the edges very cleanly. So I don't know if white was supposed to be used or some other base paint, but I used white to cover all the areas where there's gonna be flower and the leaf. Now once that was done, I started thinking of which color to start from, as the petals were a gradient of color. So I thought I might start from the tip of the petals and make my way through into the center. But I don't know if this was a good strategy or not, but my hands were hovering on the top of the petal and I did not know what to do. I mean, this was a tough part. Am I supposed to apply more color or less? I honestly don't know if this is supposed to be that tough even for the beginners. I was trying to paint this petal with these kind of lines, so I'm trying to move my paintbrush up and down in this manner. I was hoping this will work because I did not have a good strategy. So I just moved on into the center and with a darker and darker paint, and this part was blending quite well, and the orange into the yellow, the red into the orange. It was looking pretty good, but the purple at the tip of the petal, it's looking very bad. So I tried to adjust it many times, and as you can see, I messed this up and put some paint into the white part, and then I added some purple and then some white to cover my mistake, and I thought maybe I can paint over it and it will be fine. I will try to survive this masterpiece, but no, this is not working. I simply ruined it more. But trying to adjust this, I did not stop. I added more purple and I thought maybe now I can blend it, but I could not, so I added more white to cover it, and then tried to blend it, but I couldn't fix it at that point, so I moved on. I thought I'd come back to it later, and for the next petal I started from the center of the petal and worked towards the tip of the petal. So after forming this gradient, now again it was time for the purple, and I messed this up and I covered it with white paint again. And then I tried to make stripes again, but it did not work, so I thought maybe I should move on to the next petal, and I applied a lot of purple at that point and it was ruined. So I added more white and then more purple, but it was ruined, so I moved on to the next petal. It was such a process, and I don't think I was learning from my mistakes. But the good part is I did not stop or give up. I just went on, and I thought maybe at the end everything will come together and give a good result. But after painting each petal, I covered the tips with white paint because all the purples were not working out. So I thought I'd now move on to the bud, and I started painting it following all the colors in the picture, and I ruined that too, but I covered it with pink paint. Anyways, after trying to paint that bud and ruining it, I moved on to this tiny bud which has not bloomed yet even a bit, and I did not like that too. So this is how it looks. I am not very satisfied. I tried to fix the corners and the tips of the petals, but I think this is it. This is what we're working with, and we are gonna have to accept this. So I just moved in the center and tried to deepen the color using more dark maroonish red color, and I think this has given a much deeper and layered effect on the flower. And then I moved on to fix the bud and applied some white on it, trying to make it feel like the petals are overlapped and they're about to bloom. But I kind of did not succeed in that, but it's okay. It does look like a bud, and I accepted it as it is. And then I moved on to the stems of this flower, and I simply painted darker greenish on the outer lines, and then lighter green, and then lighter on the top, trying to make a gradient. And I think I tried to just make it rough and abstract kind of stem and leaves, because I was very tired and I was trying to do this in one sitting. So I thought maybe just painting it randomly and roughly is gonna give it a modern or abstract paint effect. Anyways, I came back to the flower one last time and gave it some white to give it more vibrant effect. And the lower leaf, I just covered it. I did not want more efforts. And then I wanted to paint some veins on the leaves, but it was not working out for me. So I simply just messed this up and tried to just give it a rough, darker and lighter effect. But I think the final piece does look good. The flower is good. It's the main subject. It has to be the hero, and I think it turned out pretty good. But I don't know what to say about the leaves and the stem, but it is what it is. I enjoyed the process. I did learn from my mistakes, so hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and bye.